Mauricio Pochettino has a big problem. His Chelsea side have been suffering from a rather unusual ailment, performing excellently against tougher opponents, but struggling to beat the teams further down the table. But why? What has been preventing Chelsea from winning these games, and how does Poch fix the issue? Let's find out. Lads, lasses and the rest of the masses, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mono from MonoCFC, and let's get right to it. The low block, a term that if you haven't been living under a rock, you've likely heard thrown around constantly these last few seasons, but what does it mean exactly? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. In essence, it's when a team plays a very low line with the majority of their team. They will sit back and dare the opposition to try and play through it, which can be a rather successful method of defending, particularly for teams that have less quality in their side. This tactic virtually equalises the two teams, unless the attacking team has some really world-class talent that can break it down individually. So, is that it? You just need to have overwhelmingly better players? Well, it certainly helps, but that's not the be-all and end-all of it. A good team with a good game plan can find gaps in this bastion, and there's a few ways that teams can navigate this stalwart defensive technique. Let's look at number one, which will be those individual moments of brilliance from a player. Sometimes it just takes that one pinpoint pass or cross along with a well-timed run from the receiver in order to unlock a low block. Last season, I'd argue that we didn't have the type of player that is capable of these. Enzo was playing deeper, Reece James was out injured, etc. But this season, with the addition of Cole Palmer, along with Enzo's slightly more advanced role, we do have this type of player and should be able to bypass this block. Likewise, individual quality out in the wide areas is also an avenue for success against this type of defence. If a winger can beat his man or men, or the overlapping/underlapping fullback can get into space on the ball, then this bypasses one of the low block's main strengths, having multiple players out wide to stop 2v1s becoming a common occurrence. This requires a winger to be great in tight spaces, able to create something from nothing with good direct dribbling, but more importantly able to play without space in behind or space in general. This can be helped by a team enacting the second method of breaking down a low block, quick passing from flank to flank, switching the play fast and forcing the defending team to shift players across. Though the low block is compact, it does leave some space over on the opposite flank of whichever side the attacking team is playing down. This happens because the defending team has to overload that side in order to shorten the gaps between players, leaving the opposite side free, as theoretically by the time the ball gets over to that side, the defending team can adjust and cover for that side instead. However, one of the first things you are taught in football is that passing the ball is faster than dribbling with the ball, because the ball travels way faster than we can run. Ergo, if the attacking team decides to swiftly pass the ball to the opposite side before the defenders can shift over, it presents an opportunity for the wide men to attack that space, and once they are into more advanced areas, it becomes more difficult for the defenders to shut the attacking team out. Again, Chelsea have these types of wingers in Madueke, Mudryk and Sterling, and even have the players in the centre capable of shifting the ball across quickly, so why are we still struggling to beat these teams? Well, I'll touch on that in a little bit, but let's address the third method, letting the defending team play. Having a solid defence is great, but a team can't win a football match without scoring. Regardless of how pragmatic a side is, once they get the ball they will try to go forward and score, because they have to. In my opinion, the best way of beating the low block is not by playing into the low block team's game plan, letting the defensive-minded team attack and forego their defensive solidity by committing men forward. It's the reason Chelsea do so well against the larger sides, because they aren't afraid to commit bodies higher up the pitch, but doing so leaves more room for Chelsea's forwards to attack. A lot of these pragmatic sides don't have the recovery pace to stop transitions or fast counterattacks, and that's why they opt to utilise a low block, because it prevents you from needing it. But in those moments when they do eventually come forward, punishing them on the break with clinicality is much easier. Now, I'm going to break down how I think Chelsea can fix this problem, but before I do so, real quick, if you're enjoying the content and want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel. Cheers. So, how does this apply to Chelsea, and why are we struggling against these sides? Well, simply put, we aren't. I know you're sitting there thinking I'm being contradictory to my earlier point, but I want to dispel this notion that Chelsea play badly against low blocks, because we don't. We play very well, we create numerous chances and don't struggle to break them down at all. The issue is, We just can't finish the chances that we create, and though that may be because the chances we get against low block sides are less clear cut, nonetheless it should be known that until it gets to that point we play very well. But I'm not expecting you to just take my word for it. Let's look at the examples. Our first game against a low block side was in game week 2 against West Ham. We lost that game 3-1, but it's not like we didn't create any chances. We had 2.49 expected goals, 17 shots in total, but 13 of them were either off target or blocked. We didn't take our chances when they came, and we regretted it majorly in the second half. Our next 2 games came against worse opposition also, with game week 3 giving us arguably the biggest low block side in the league, Luton Town. Did we struggle to create chances in that game? No, we had 2.27 expected goals, 19 shots with 8 on target, and beat them 3-0. We then went on to beat Wimbledon in the Cup too. Immediately after that, in game week 4, we played Nottingham Forest, a game in which we lost 1-0 after once again creating a lot of chances, 2.3 expected goals, 21 total shots, but we only had 2 shots on target in that total. We weren't clinical enough. Bournemouth away, same thing. Villa at home, same thing. It's not a matter of not being able to break down these teams, it's a matter of just being awful at converting our chances. And in all honesty, there's not many solutions to this issue. It's a matter of patience, a matter of confidence, a matter of practice. These things don't just magically change overnight, and I know that this isn't going to be a satisfactory end to this video, but how do Chelsea beat the low block? We either wait until Jackson, Brozier and co start being clinical, or buy a more clinical forward. Simple as that. Until either of those things happen, which with Jackson now starting to pop up with goals in recent games might be around the corner, we just have to be patient. The goals will come, eventually, the wins will come after that, and the trophies will come after that. All the pieces will fall in place, we just have to keep supporting the team, keep backing the manager, and keep flying that blue flag. And finally, before the end of the video, it's time for the question of the day. As always, I'm going to highlight some of the comments from the last video, so here are a few responses to the last question of the day. Thanks guys for your continued support as ever. If you want your comment to be featured in the next video, leave your answer to this video's question of the day down below with QOTD at the start as always. So for this week's question of the day, we'll go for an interesting one. Who do you think is the best player from your country to play in the Premier League? But that was just my breakdown for Chelsea versus low blocks. Thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below, and if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel and leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, or check out some of the other videos on the channel on screen right now. I've been Mono from MonoCFC, and remember, in the rain or in the dry, keep that blue flag flying high. Come on, you Blues.